Live, or make sure we're good. Perfect, we're live. So that being said, let's get this started. So as it states in the description, what we're going to end up doing is going through our routing, going through our talents, and then from there, fucking go into heroic rating. You know, I think it's a good, pretty plan of action. So that being said, mm, 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 mm. Took it private. All right. So first things first, let's go into Google Docs. We'll 3 chest IO. So everything seems a little fucked up for whatever reason. Yeah, see, even Pit seems fucked up. That's so weird. All right, so I gotta see which ones are actually good and which ones are actually not. So hold up. That seems good. It's so weird. This seems good still. It's at 96% though. I gotta reset all of this up. All right, hold on. Let me just reset everything. Oh yeah. All right. So it's all reset. Let me go to my Discord real quick. Going to dungeon routes. Oh, I gotta freaking do this again. Alright, so first things first, let's go. Agatha Academy. Super simple, right? Gonna go in, first pull, you're gonna pull everything. That's how it works. Pull 2, you're gonna pull the boss, pull 3, mini, and then you're gonna follow these back to back to back into that. You just grab these 2, you're gonna handle this pack, and then you're gonna end up chaining all this. Bum bum. Oh. Depends if you have funnel, right? You could take these 2 into boss, but I don't think that'll be the case. Let's see. Insert after, you're gonna go bang, bang, bang. Okay, so basically you just grab everything. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, that seems good. Just for a weekly, can't complain. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna copy it. We're gonna go to Agatha Academy right here. Bam. Now we're gonna take this route. We're gonna delete it. We're gonna export, import. Bam. Okay. That should be good. I like that one right there. Now, obviously, if you have a funnel class, there's a better way to go about it, but it's usually not the case. So, I'm gonna grab this. That's pool 1, right? Pool 2 is gonna be something like this. Pool 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pool 4, 1. Alright, so the issue with caverns, which is kind of annoying, is you have to make sure you grab the 8. So pool 1 is gonna have 2 of those captives. Pool 2 is going to have 2, so you're at 4 captives. Pool 3 after then is 1 captive, so you're going to have 5 captives in total. If you do pool 4, that's going to give you 6 captives, which... No, there's another 2 actually. So if there's another 2, you can actually end up doing 2, 4, 5, 7, right? And then you do 1 here, which would be 1, 2, pom pom. That'll make sure you have 8, right? Because you have 2, 4, 5, and then you get 2 where pool 4 is. So that's going to bring you to 7, and then pool 5, there's another one, which is going to pull you to 8. And then from there, what you're going to end up doing is grabbing pool 6, grabbing these 2, taking it into the boss through the side over here. So that is pool 6. Now, once you get here, you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to not grab these shades. And then pool 8 is this right here. Pool 9. Pool 10. And then pool 14, you're going to grab these over here. Go into boss. And then bam, bam. So you're at 91% still with all that shit. That's crazy. Okay, so that being said, if you're already at 91%, where do we make up? Where would be the easiest way to make up percentage? So this area is kind of cursed, right? Like, yeah, I feel like it would be easier to grab percentages around here. So what you can do is, depending on your group's cooldowns, you can go pool 13 into pool 14, or obviously if you have cooldowns up, go into pool 15. So I'm thinking we can grab the other side here. So that being said, if we do, let's do it after boss, right? Obviously you could interchange this. You're still at 98%. Fuck. 98%. What you can grab? You can grab. What happens if you grab? I don't want to grab shades, bro. Shades are so fucking annoying. What if you? That's gonna be a lot of damage and take for the tank though. But you can grab these bears. If you grab these bears, you're easily gonna hit. Or you grab these 2. That's gonna give you 100 too. Mm, I think pull 1 is probably the way to go. Grab these 2 right here. Because I mean, pull 2, you can grab these bears, right? But the bears do crunch armor, and what ends up happening is with crunch armor, they increase the damage taken by 10%. And you have 3 bears at that point, right? You have 1, 2, if you grab that, and you have 3. So you have basically 30% increased damage on top of a Juggernaut, on top of 2 Berserkers, right? With their Blood Frenzy, they basically increase their attack speed. So that's kind of cursed. Is it doable? Yes. Do you want to do it? Fuck no. So pool 1 is probably going to where you're going to make that up. So this is going to be probably Cavern's route, right? Pool 1, pool 2, pool 3, pool 4, pool 5. You're going to jump down, skip the little pat, right? Grab these 2 on the way. As soon as you grab these 2, just go through the side, face boss, bam, bam. Super simple. I like this. This is a good route. I'm trying to think. I mean, you can do these, but honestly, if, like, no. All right, so let me send that into the Discord for my people. So export. Perfect. So caverns is good. Let's do Magister's Terrace next. All right, so this is the start of the dungeon, first pool, and then there's a second pool. You're just gonna grab the whole room. That's gonna be Lust, and then this right here, one. These will even give percentage, so I mean, whatever. You're gonna grab these three right here. Then as soon as this happens, you're gonna go grab these two. Right? There's a pat. You're gonna grab the pat. You're gonna grab the single caster with the sentry, and then from there, pool five. You're just kind of stagger these, right? Into boss, and then right here, you're gonna grab these two. I think you only need one of them. You don't want to grab two of them, but you can. We'll see. We'll see other percentages at the end. Then you're gonna grab this into this, and then stagger these out, and then boom. Now this full after the second boss, you're just gonna grab the entire room. There's nothing. There's only one caster. As long as you kick the caster, you'll be perfectly fine. And then we're gonna drag that into this dude right over here. You can actually grab this as well. And then obviously everybody's gonna just go hard as fuck. So that's done. That, that. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that's a good route right there. It's a pretty good route. So we're gonna grab that. I'm gonna throw that. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so we're gonna grab this. We're gonna export. Perfect. So that should be good. Now let's do pit. All right, so pit. Super simple. Gonna grab this, grab this, grab this, grab that. All right, let me lean back my chair a bit. There you go. Make sure my girl's good. And then what we're gonna do is go here. I'm at 99%. What can I grab? I think that's good. That should be good right there. All right, let's go into Alright, so seat's gonna be interesting. Seat's a fucking bitch. Fucked up over you. I'm stressing, yeah, I'm fucked up over you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm trying to think where I can get my extra percentage. I'm fucked up over you. Stressing, yeah, I'm fucked up over you. This is not bad, to be honest. Mm, I'm trying to think about how I could. For you. I think that works. Sky Reach is easy, so bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. And then you're going to pull this all at once. Just kick the 3 repels into boss. You're going to go this route. It's going to be a little bit more iffy for the tank. Just pop defensives. Bam, bam. And then you're going to chain it into this. Into boss. Into the entire platform. Into the second boss. You're just going to go this route. And this. And then you're just going to grab. Blame it on the fault. Uh, 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 uh. With 2 repels. I guess what's the best way to chain this, right? It's not really an issue of which way you go, left to right, but it's a matter of how can I pull as many packs as possible. Right. So this pack is completely harmless outside of two casters that need to be kicked. So you got to make sure you have kicks. So you can't pull these together because there's multiple kicks on this one. And you want to make sure you have your kicks available for these guys. So I'm assuming the best route would be this initially. And then you do this right here. Safe, safe assumption. I think that would be a pretty good route. So that's Sky Reach. Let me throw that in there. Let me get that. All right, perfect. And then Windspire. This MDT fucks me up so much. It's so annoying. But basically, you're going to pull this entire room, right? You have to deal with the two arcane barrages and two casters. Your pug is probably going to die on this port. So, GG. Hopefully, you guys kill it. So, we're going to do this pull right here. You're going to basically grab everything, track it back, make sure you focus the Dragon Hawk. And then essentially, what's going to happen is there's going to be this over here. You're going to pull the entire room. You're going to come here, pull everything. Right. And then you're going to go here, pull these into Dragon or Ember Dawn. And then now you're going to go down the other way, right? Which is this right here. You're going to kill that. Go here, bam, bam, bam. Kill this. Kill these packs. I think you might need this, but we'll see how percentage works out. And then, bam, that's it. All right. Now, when you kill this, you're going to go over here. It's going to be one pool, two pools, and then you're going to go all the way right here. You're at 96%. All right. So we need to get about 4% somewhere. So I think the safest pool to grab extra count would be over here. Right. Add some pools there. And now we're at 99.32%. So another right here. Let's grab these three. Still not enough. Uh, Hatchlings are not worth it. I think you're just gonna have to grab these two. As soon as you grab these two, it's 100 right there. So that's probably gonna be the way to go. So that's just gonna be a big pool. Hopefully your DPS lets you gather and you should be fine. Now, if you have funnel, obviously you can adjust these, but these are just gonna be initial weeklies. Should be easy. So we're gonna grab Windspire. Where's Windspire? Windspire right here. We're gonna export MDT. Perfect. And then last one is Nexus, Zenus, Phoenix, Penis, whatever the fuck it is. He said penis. I hate the fact that you have to pull everything in this, but we're gonna do it anyway. All right, so that's it. Bam, 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 bam. That's gonna be the route, right? Pool one's gonna be the roughest pool, but if you do pool one, you can do the rest of the dungeon. It's kind of how that works. All right, so as soon as you clear down the left side, you're gonna go to the right side. Boom. Grab everything right here. Grab these two. I mean, honestly, you could probably do that right there. Grab these two. Grab that. Uh, grab these two right here. Clear that. And then we're at 91% down. pull the entire fucking dungeon. That's my issue with this. I don't want to pull the entire thing, but we might have to. Yeah, so we're probably gonna do that first initially, and then grab this. That's a boss. But my issue with that is, why the fuck? Oh, we're at 98%. Where can I get that extra percentage? Like, alright, so what if we do something like this? So around pool 9, let's enter another pool. Insert after, and then we do something like this. I think that works. And then I'll throw it into this right here. So all right, perfect. So all that's updated now. That being said, let's go into talents. What am I maining for Mythic Plus? What's up, Kicks? How you doing? Um, right now it's looking like Brewmaster. I play most tanks. I can play all tanks, but I usually play the best one. The reason being is because I feel like when it comes to healers and it comes to tanks, being meta is more important because having a shitty healer or having a shitty tank is way worse than having a shitty DPS spec. Obviously, it's skill based, right? You could play any class at any level, but if you're going to be doing title stuff, you want to play higher. You want to play what's meta. Ideally. I'm not pushing it though. All right, so sweet. All the routes are done. I have them set up. They're in the Discord. Now time to do our talents. So first, I'm gonna do Brewmaster, and then after Brewmaster, I'll probably do Warrior into Demon Hunter into Paladin. I definitely want to get started on this heroic run because I work tomorrow. But so let me go my Nexus. Yep. All right, so we're gonna name this Brewmaster. We're gonna do Shadow Pan. I'm not gonna do other hero trees. Shadow Pan. All right, so let's do it. Nice. Um, so there's two ways to go when it comes to talents. You can go offensive and you can go defensive. So I'll do both offensive and defensive. So first, defensive, what I'll be doing initially, right? Because as a tank, you don't really care about damage. You want to live. So probably gonna do something like this. So defensive, I think this is going to be best bang for buck. The reason why is because right now we have Elixir of Determination. When you fall below 40% health, you gain about 30% absorb of your recently purified damage. It basically is like a cheat death for Brew. It's banger. Um, can occur more than every 15 seconds, so you have it up anytime, so it really boosts your defensives. So that's going to be a big defensive talent. Walk with an Ox, that basically means that your Nizal, right, does extra damage. If you're trying to be defensive, you don't need the damage, right? And then same thing when it comes to fuel on the fire, it gives you like an additional 3 to 4%. So those are two talents that if you're looking for extra damage and you're not going to die, take those two. But what I did was instead of those, right, I took elixir, right, in lieu of fuel on the fire, and then I took 1 point away from walk on the ox, and then I threw that. Oh, and then I took walk the box, and then I took away counter strike. So counter strike basically means every time you dodge an attack, your next Tiger Palm or spinning crank kick deals 100% increased damage. It's just damage shit, right? If you're not trying to, if surviving's not an issue, then yeah, take it. But I took those 2 points and then I threw it into Anvil and Stave. Now, what Anvil and Stave is every time you basically dodge an attack, your remaining cooldown on your brews, right? Your Celestial Brew, your Infusion, your, what's this called? Celestial Brew, what else? Yeah, Black Ox Brew. Basically, it reduces it by 1 second, right? Effect reduced by 50%. Each additional recent attack up to 5. So essentially, your brews are like on cooldown, right? So you could purify, stagger, 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 purify, 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 and you're like never dead, right? If you keep on purifying your shit on top of Elixir Determination, you're never gonna die. You have a brute at 251 item level and Demon Hunter at 249. I'm having so much more fun on DH. DH is definitely more fun in terms of play style. My personal opinion. I think it's a little, what's the word? Sketchy. Sketchy is definitely the word. When you don't have any cooldowns, right? When you pop your meta and then you have no more charges of Fiery Brand, right? That shit's rough. You're like, Demon Spikes, keep me up, dog. And you're waiting for your meta to proc. You're like, you're waiting for the extra proc from your hero talent. You're like, bro, come soon. Come now. So this seems like the way to go when it comes to defensive. So I'm going to throw this right here. So let's go this. Throw that on bolt. Actually, I should probably throw that on top. Whoa, what the fuck just happened? All right, so this is going to be the offensive build. So essentially, we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna take away those talents that we didn't need. So if you're going more offensive, you're gonna take this off. You're gonna take these two off. You're gonna throw one here. You're gonna throw one here. You're gonna throw one here. And if you have an additional one, no, that's your more offensive build. There we go. Yo, yo, what's up, Dre? Am I ready for Tuesday, bro? I am bricked the fuck up for Tuesday. I took my PTO because Tuesday is going to be like heavy server maintenance and everything, right? So what I did was I ended up taking PTO for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Um, and my girlfriend was like, "You never take PTO for me." World of Warcraft. Come on. Um, yeah, man, I'm fucking stoked. I'm like, fucking wrecked. All right, so now we have our defensive build. This is going to be our offensive build. I kind of want to like link the talents. Maybe I can. Hold on. Can I? Can I export it? How does that work? Share. Okay, yeah, copy. Copy to clipboard. So let me do that. Um, so I'll do that. Bam. And then let me throw this for our defensive. So we're going to take away this. We're going to take away that. We're going to throw that here. All right. So let's share this. Copy to clipboard. What's the quickest way to level on to 80? To 80? Ooh, fuck, man. Honestly, time walking dungeons. So do quests until you can unlock time walking dungeons and then spam them. The thing is, though, I don't know if that's available right now. You probably don't even know what time walking dungeons is now that I think about it. Let me see. Time walking is basically like an event where people can queue up for old dungeons and old expansions, and people just blow through them. Uh, I would say dungeon spamming is the way to go. I don't want to tell you something incorrectly though. Reddit's gonna be your best choice, brother. I would like to say dungeoning. I would like to say it's the quickest since you already have somebody at 90, right? So Tuesday's gonna be fun. Hoping to get some tens on. Damn, bro. Tens on the first week? That's gonna be impressive. Because the thing is though, when it comes to that, you have to realize that you need to find four other competent people that have the skill set of doing tens on the first week. And that's way harder than what you think it is. Because you could probably do tens, but finding four other people in a pug setting, because people don't know mechanics, bro. All right, so already got my monk talent set up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hearth to Silver Moon because I was flying around and I ended up in Gilneas while I was drinking last night. Don't drink and fly, guys. I don't know. I don't know what happened. So Shadow Pan Brewmaster talents. Let me throw that in the Discord real quick. You're right. I'm overthinking it. I mean, shoot for it if you can. It's good to have goals. Now, if you could find a group, you can easily do tens, and I'm sure you can. It's just that part, right? It's finding the group. All right, so let me throw this in the Discord. Tank talents builds. Shadow Pan Brew Master Talents. Bam. All right. Let me make sure dungeon routes. Let's say if I click Academy. No, which one did I just change? Pitasaur, I heard that one was fucked up. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that one's good now. All right, so that's good. All right, so routes are good on the Discord. Let me do. Uh, so let's do Demon Hunter next. Now, Demon Hunter is pretty straightforward. You don't have a lot of builds. Oh, I guess you do have a lot of builds. You have like two different ways of playing it, I guess you could say. But you can play with Down in Flames. Not Down in Flames. What's it called? Let's see. Revel in Pain. But nowadays, people don't even recommend it because it got nerfed. So this is going to be the main way, right? So you're instead of taking Revel in Pain, Fellfire Fist, Sigil of Flame. Oh yeah, DH is fucking fire, bro. Instead of going down this tree, you're going to be going down the left side. Reason why is because you're going to be your physical damage is increased by 12%, and then you're going to have Sigil of Spite. And then on top of that, obviously you do have your standard talents. You always want your cheat death. You're going to want your down in flames. On top of here, you have your soul barrier. So this is going to be the standard. You're not gonna play ever, ever, ever Aldrachi Reaver right now. Aldrachi's so booty cheeks, it's not even funny, right? It's unfortunate. But so let's get that doing. So VDH talents standard. So standard build, right? Um, Let me link that. Share, copy. There we go. More defensive build, right? Defensive build. So you have two routes. Now let me see what you could do a little bit more defensively. So instead of going focus cleave, right, which is going to give you more prio damage, what that does is give you your soul cleave do 50% increased damage on your primary target. You can just go soulmonger. Right, soulmonger is going to basically give you more of an absorb shields. If your soul fragment would heal you normally, and if you're at 100% HP, it basically gives you an additional shield, right? Um, but in order to do that, what you have to do is have Painbringer. So that being said, how do you get there? So what you would do is normally take Focus Cleave away, and then you would how to get Soulmonger. There's a way to do it because I think you take Sigil of Spite away. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm stupid. Okay, I know what to do. So you're gonna take away Focus Cleave, right? And then you're gonna also take away Fell Flame Fortification. Basically means you take 10% reduced damage when Emulation Aura is active, right? And then you're gonna take Painbringer, right? Consuming a Soul Fragment reduces all damage you take by 6%. So now you have basically a 6% DR every time you consume souls. And then from there, um, this volatile flame blood. Yeah, so basically what that does is generate more fury when it deals critical damage, but you're basically getting now 6% DR from Painbringer. And then on top of the 6% DR, if you're at 100% HP and you consume a soul, which you always will be doing, you get shields. So that's kind of like the defensive way to play it. So. Oh, well. Text it back. All right. So let me copy. Grab that. I want. Share, copy to clipboard. So those are going to be the two builds for the most part. I'm going to go back to that because I don't really play defensive on my VDH. I feel like as long as you play your rotation properly, you should be fine. All right. So that's it for that. Let me post that in the Discord. Share. Anyone with link, copy. How the fuck do I spell annihilator? Am I dumb? I am dumb indeed. Annihilator. Oh my god, I butchered that. That's embarrassing. Can't believe this is on the internet right now. How the fuck do I spell annihilator? Annihilate. Alright. Copy and paste. There we go. Alright. Let me copy link. There we go. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do Paladin. So Paladin, just like Demon Hunter, you're only gonna play one hero tree. You're not gonna play Templar. You're gonna play Sentinel. That's really the only viable Paladin play right now in the higher level. So we're gonna grab that. Lightsmith, that's what it's called. So Lightsmith is probably the way to go. So there's two things that you're really going to change. This is standard. The only thing that you're really going to change right here is Sentinel or Avenging Wrath, right? Avenging Wrath is going to be your big dam, right? You want to fucking lay down your fucking phallus on the table, you're going to do Avenging Wrath. If you actually want to survive your keys on higher levels and not die, you're going to go Sentinel. That's basically it, right? They each have a 1 minute cooldown, which basically means they're up in every single pool. Essentially, what Sentinel is, right, is you gain 15 stacks of Divine Resolve. It increases your health by 1% each stack, so it's going to increase your health by about 15% and reduces your damage taken by 2%. And then it's for 12 seconds. After 3 seconds, you lose 1 stack per second, but each 3 holy power will delay the loss of your next stack by 1 second. So as long as you pop this mid pool, right, you're going to have your fucking Judgment up, you're going to have your Shield of the Righteous, you're going to have all your abilities that would normally generate your holy power, and you kind of delay it, right? You're spending your holy power, you're keeping your Shield of the Righteous up. You become unkillable for a good 30 seconds. It's kind of what you want. And now, if that's not an issue, you're going to go Avenging Wrath, and essentially what's going to happen is your critical strike is going to go up by 20%, and your DPS is going to skyrocket. That's basically the play. That's basically the move. So I'm going to put on Sentinel as standard. It should be standard. And obviously there's some play, right, with the other ones. Now, obviously you have Spell Ward, right? So if you're never going to use Spell Ward, you can always do Ardent Defender. Spell Ward is more like a min-max thing. If you're good with it, you can bop your members, grant them immunity for magic. That's kind of team first play style. Now, if you're going to be a little bit more selfish, you're going to take improved Ardent Defenders, reduce additional damage taken by 20%, so or 10%. So instead of the initial 20% that Ardent gives you, it's going to give you 30%. So I'm going to have the spec into that because I rather live. Now, granted, if there's a mechanic in the season that you want to immune, then use that. But we're just going to leave it as is for now. So let me go here. This shit's bright as fuck. I'm like, ah, my fucking eyes feel like a fucking vampire. Light Smith Paladin, prop Paladin talents. All right, so let me put in bold, defensive build, parentheses, intent to null. Can I spell? Probably not. All right. And then let me just copy and paste that. Copy. And then we're going to go offensive build. Avenging Wrath. Ratch. Oh my god, bro. I didn't even drink tonight. It's crazy. So instead of going Sentinel, yeah, you're right. I did spell it wrong. There we go. Yo, what's up, Lugo? I want to play something like a melee DPS, not necessarily tank. What do you think? I literally only know Warlock and Mage. Melee DPS, you're gonna go Unholy Death Knight or Frost Death Knight. So the only reason why I say that is because, first off, they have everything that you want. They're fucking tanky. They're plate armor, right? So they're plate class. They take naturally less damage than most DPS. They have something called Icebound Fortitude, which reduces your damage by 30 to 50% depending on what you talent. Um, they have Death Strike, which is an automatic heal for you as a DPS, right? They have grips, so you can grip mobs. You have a ranged kick, which no melee has ranged kick, so you could kick something from afar, like it's crazy. So not only do you have that, you have AoE blind. Um, yeah, you have AMZ, right, which is a great defensive utility for most groups. Um, quit the dungeon because my pulls were too big for level 10. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, you have to work your way up. What, were you dying too quick or something? Right now, melee DPS are they're like in a rough spot, personally, in my personal opinion. So yeah, this is gonna be Avenging Wrath. Can we take anything else? No, not really. I'm gonna keep improved Art and Defender, to be honest. Can you change these out for raid? Yes, but I'm not gonna lie. I personally don't give a fuck about raid, so I'm not gonna change that. Uh, whatever. Because yeah, you could do more damage, but I don't want to ruin the survivability, so we're just gonna keep that. Because like, if you're not gonna die, do you need Art and Defender? I don't really think you do. I think you can get with Searing Sunlight. Way too quick, just not utilizing my kit properly. Yeah, 100%. There's so much to it. You only been playing the game for 2 months, and to actually properly learn a class, it takes some time. All right, so what the fuck am I listening to? Oh, Uh, this seems nice. What are you doing today? Solo Nalis run? No, I'm not doing that. I did that shit with you yesterday, bro. I'm not doing that shit again. I'm never touching that shit for the rest of the season. Unless somebody else needs help, but I don't see myself doing that ever. All right. Boom. So that's good. Let me throw this here in the Discord. So, light, smith, protection, paladin. A fly just flew right by my face, and it concerns me because why is there a fly in my bedroom? The fuck? Oh no. I must be a dirty individual. I must be dirty. All right, so that's it for protection paladin. So what? We did 3 classes so far. Make sure. All right, so let's do warrior. Dude, it's 9:20, dude. I want to do this heroic raid already. Oh, it's taking way too long. Warrior is pretty good right now. Warrior itself is pretty fucking good. Now, Colossus is good, but I don't never played Colossus, and that's my issue. All right, so I like Mountain Thane personally. It's more simpler. I play a lot of tanks. Let's see what the Apex talent is. Damage dealt by Thunderclap and Phoenix Wave increased by 10%. One show block is active. Hmm. I'm thinking. Yeah, no, you definitely want that. You definitely want that. Blocking it. Yeah, you want that. Yeah, you want that. And shield block is active. Shield slam deals an additional 10% and has a 20% chance to critical strike. I mean, the stamina by 5% is fucking nothing, but it's nice that it increases your haste by 2%. So enduring alacrity is not bad. What can I take to finish off my Apex talents for Protection Warrior? I think it's going to be this right here. It's going to be your standard build. Now, this is primarily damage, right? Now, if you don't need damage, there's so many more defensive abilities that you can take. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to take a screenshot. So if you're not in danger of surviving, this is what you're going to use. Now, if you are, it's a different story. We're going to change it accordingly. Because your Apex talent as a prot warrior doesn't do much. It gives you more damage. So we're going to share copy. Now, this is going to be good standard, but defensive builds. Defensive is what you're going to go for hierarchies. So essentially what we're going to do is go back, right? Take away these two. And then we're going to go back to tough as nails, right? We're going to go back to violent outbursts. Because violent outburst is going to give you ignore pain when it pops off every 250 range, which is what you're going to want. Blocking damage deals 3,500 critical blocks. It generates high threat. It's going to be good for higher keys. I think Indomitable would probably be the best way to go, at least for that. Yeah. And that's a defensive build, so. All right, let me share this. Let me throw this here. Mountain, Thane, protection, warrior, talents. And then obviously, if you join my Discord, you can have access to all of this stuff. So 1, 2. So I just need Druid as well as Blood DK. At least for Blood DK, it just has a one standard build. Like you're not gonna have offensive, defensive. Like you're just gonna take the same build every time because it's just more optimal. Oh yeah. Dude, my fucking armrests are getting loose again, bro. I just tightened them. That's so annoying. So, talents. A. Uh, so this is gonna be more offensive build. Damage builds. There we go. Copy to clipboard. And then defensive builds. So we're going to take away 2 charges of these, and we're going to throw it basically here. Increases your... Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Druid of the Claw Guardian. Druid talent. All right. Now let's do Death Knight, and then we're gonna call it. So this is your basic build right here. You're not going anything different. You're doing Deathbringer, and you're doing only Deathbringer. For survivability, of course. What? Tell me what. All right, sweet. So now that everything's out, let me just add everybody in the announcements. Sweet. Now everything is set. I put, let's see. All right, so I did, where is it? All the builds, right? So now we have Shadowpan, we have Annihilator DH, we have Lightsmith Protection, we have Mountain Thane Protection, I have Druid of the Claw talents, and then I have Deathbringer. Now, I think these are the main hero trees that you're going to play for every single class, with the exception of Warrior. I think right now there's a good case for playing Colossus Warrior, but my issue is I never played it personally, so I can't recommend talents. That's something I haven't tried out. Um, as for routing, all the routes are now set. All the routes are now good. Um, Yeah, sounds pretty good. So let's uh let's go do this on heroic. Oh man, I really don't want to do this heroic raid, but I kind of have to. Oh, oh. Hey. Mm-mm. All right. Now, um, mm, let's do that. All right. I think I'm doing M zeros, man. I really think I might just do it because I think it's too late for heroic. It's already 10 p.m. I didn't expect a whole hour and 20 minutes to actually fix in all that shit, bro. Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, so let's do some M zeros. Is anybody on that want to do M zeros? If not, I'm just gonna throw it in the chat. Or not chat, but as in like fucking just queue up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I actually have to go to YouTube and change my fucking handle real quick. Yeah. La. 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 Oh. Yeah, yeah. I see everything's so fucking expensive still. Let me turn off the light, don't grab my drink. Oh, yeah, yo. Alright, I'm almost back. I am almost back. Alright, let me turn off the lights. There you go. Oh. Alright, let's do it. How many people we got? We got three. Of course, of course. Dude, these are so expensive. What the fuck? Why are they so expensive? Let's get some lower level people in here. Who needs gear? Uh, mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Hey. Alright, let's change the music real quick. What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the vibe, huh? That's good. That's not bad. Mm, we'll talk about love. All right, let's bang this out. Oh, I'll let you know all my jaws are broken. Oh, I gotta get my blanket, you know? Get a little cozy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is good. Take it true to me. Oh, I gotta get my fucking. All right, let's do it.
by our mother. Undead fanatics have invaded to loot it and anything else that belonged to her. Our mother's bow meant everything to Sylvanas once. I'll need it.
Desecrate her sanctum? Be gone!
Hey, yeah, in a real, this is pretty easy, bro. Pretty easy, eh?
But she never wanted to be worshipped. Come, we have one more relic to find.
Empress later wood. She came fast like 911 in white neighborhoods.
Alaria hunted the old horde with a ferocity bordering on obsession. For good reason. They took my life.
Alright, she will flirt back. Hey. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. She don't wanna be saved. Shame on you, fool. We try to put the blame on you. Damn, bro, look at my overall. My overall's fucking nasty right now. Like, what is this tank damage? It's like people forget that they have to stack, you know? Shallow. She's shallow. She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. Hey, she don't wanna be saved.
We've done it. One last task remains. I'll use these relics to return peace to the spire. Perhaps then... There!
Hey.
At last,
Lisa.
the spirits that linger within these halls have found peace. I hope that one day, my sisters will be able to do the same.
Easy peasy, baby. Uh, we'll do what you call it, terrace. If anyone wants terrace, let me know. Get you in there, Lisa. Uh, 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 Hey, 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 hey. Are you guys running Cosmos tonight? No, we're gonna do it Monday. Like I was gonna do it, but then it ended up taking fucking an hour to set up all the talents for every single tank, all the routing. Like I don't want to be in heroic till like 1 a.m. because I work tomorrow. What item level are you going into Mythic Plus? Well, right now I'm 251. So if I could do what you call it? If I could do heroic tomorrow and get a piece, maybe I'll go like 253, give or take. We were so close on Friday, I know. But now we're probably gonna only do heroic now. It makes no sense to do normal after. But yeah, we were so close. This character already has it done. Uh, Now this the march on Quel de Nas is gonna be nice though. That's gonna be fun. Holy shock! Why does this guy sound familiar? Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. We were pretty close on Friday. Well, we are like 20%, give or take. To the day I die, hey, I'ma touch the sky. Da na na. Mm. I'ma touch the sky. Bam, 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 bam. La la la. Bro, where's this healer, bro? The Shazbog looks pretty sick though. I like it. Top of the world. Oh shit, he's a pretty good T-Mug. Okay, Mr. Cool Guy, Mr. Final Fantasy 14 over here. That's a nice skin. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. La la la.
You were warned, Umbric. The terrace is forever closed to you. Now leave before. Of course he left a message for me. I'm afraid you'll have to incapacitate the guards.
That's just mm. Na 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 na. Sky. Hey, listen, this Paladin's done some pretty good damage.
How I've missed.
Unauthorized entry.
You'll go no further, Umbric. These new defenses were specially made with you in mind.
I seem to be detained. The construct ahead is heightening Rama's spellwork. Destroy it.
All students must follow policy. Compliance is not optional. Suppressive barrels necessary. Please remain still. Compliance is not optional. Suppressive barrels necessary. Refueling. Please stand by. Resume disciplinary measures.
A crude solution, but effective. The Cynosure should be just ahead. Zaranel, stand down. I have permission from Lorthamar himself.
Sire, none shall lay hands on the Cynosure. The Cynosure remains here. Give it all.
Restrain him. I'll take care of these shields.
Your fall is written. Speak no more.
Oh, that silences you. I didn't know that.
I am unyielding.
Nice to know. Now you can. We're banging this out though.
Your fall is written. Silence.
Champion, I know what to do. I'll need to attune the finishers of the
I
Voidspire.
need it slow. Hey.
Is that one struck?
We're banging out this, bros. I'm almost my overall 6-7. That's crazy. 67K. Not bad for a tank, huh? I was hoping to hit 70K overall, but I guess you can't win them all. Paladin's pretty good. He got me at 90.
It is done. We have our way into the Voidstorm. Let us inform Lorthamar. And perhaps offer an apology for the
Mm-mm.
near catastrophe.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey. Two more. Alright. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me level up my gear real quick. And we go next. Alright, let's see. Go. Madam! Ay, ay, ay. Uh, oh, big stretch, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was a good stretch. I love this inky potion, bro. Everything looks so fucking good. Like this place with inky potion, look at it. Fucking beautiful.
I have many wares.
Epistle Cow. It's the first time I heard this song. Not bad. I'll switch it though. Need something good. I don't know what I want to listen to, bro. There you go. I'll just do this. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that. Some Swedish House Mafia. Oh, you. My key's good for you. Gotta make sure you these guys know what we doing. Mm, 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 mm. I feel confusion. Oh, what the fuck? I did that by myself. No healer. Look at that healing. No healer. Gang gang. Can't stop me. Woohoo! Look at that damage, guys. 117 overall right now. Woohoo! It's the music, that's what it was. The weekend came on and I was like, extra damage. Those druids are fucking single target damage. Bro, this guy's doing 50k right now on a boss. I won't let him beat my overall. I won't let it happen. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Bro, what? Well, what are you guys doing, bro? You guys are pissing me off. Like, bro. Woo. We're doing damage out here, boys. So, look, I do all my damage on big pools. On bosses, it's like, eh. It's like, yeah, I may be almost at the bottom, but look at that overall, baby. Keeps the vibes high, you know? Talk to any tank man. It always feels good when we do damage. No tank wants to do no damage. Watch this damage, guys. Watch. Hold up. You guys ready? Because they're not. These mobs are. Look at that. Look at that. Dude, 216k on that pool, baby. Sweet the devil. Oh, wow. Dance with the devil. That touch of death. I fucking love that shit. Fuck. Alright, whatever. No, minion. Oh, she made it. That's crazy. I did not have kick up. I didn't have it up. You're just that good? Hell yeah. I really thought she flew off that part. I was like, rip, RIP, GG. Nah, she's like, never mind. You probably just ported over that shit. I was so scared. Oh, it was funny. Good placement. Sweet. We'll probably do some pit next. He's like, bro, I want the back. You're not getting the back. Hey. All right, let's do pits.
I have many lucky doos you like.
Oh, friend. Yo, for real. It's like he whispered me like after the first boss, and I told him I was like traded it already, and then he whispered me after the second boss, and I said traded it again, and then he opened the trade on the last boss, and I'm like, dog, the fuck don't you get? Let's see if we can get somebody with some lower item level and get them some gear. Ah, 241, we'll get him. And yeah, I guess 244 would work. Oh, yeah, yeah. What I need to do is actually eat. But am I gonna do that? Probably not. Probably not. Probably should. I should, but you gotta run your M0s, right? I'll blame you. Makes me feel better. That's fine. As long as you're okay with it. Hashi blames me too. Uh, as he should. Dude, my fucking ribs are killing me, bro. I think I got like inflammation or some shit. Been having that shit for quite some time. All right, let's bang it out, bang it out, bang it out. This guy was a hunter back in Maniforge. Interesting. Some please. I saw that shit coming. Can we get a gate and we'll summon them? Hell yeah, brother. That's what warlocks are for. That's it. Only gates and cookies. No other reason.
Father, not even fit to labor in a quarry. Relish these final moments, for soon you will be nothing more than mindless undead.
You will have to make your way across this quarry on your own.
Can we grab this guy? Please. Thank you. Thank you. We're gonna focus skull. Oh, I kicked. I never run any of these FYI. It's okay. I'll tell you what to do. Grab this. All right, so for this one, you're gonna get an AoE circle under you. I'll tell you what to do. Just pay attention. So when you get targeted with a big AoE circle, you just want to spread out from the other guy. Because what happens is it's gonna drop an ice, like an iceberg. So you see, they're gonna drop it. So my tank buster is gonna break one. It's gonna leave a puddle on the ground. And then what happens is you're gonna stand behind it. So you basically want to stack on me, minion. Stack on me. Stack on me. Perfect. And you kind of just want to hide behind the ice. And that's it. Because if you don't hide behind the ice, you take more damage from the stomp that he just did. And that's it. So look, I'm gonna break the far one that you just placed, right? You just put this here, I'm gonna break it. And the next one we're gonna hide behind. So you're gonna hide exactly where I am. Not that way, but the other way, because there's two spots. So yeah, this one right here. See? So right where I am, perfect. That's it. That's this fight. And then you're gonna take damage as soon as he does his stomp. Since you took no ticks, you're not gonna take as much damage. Bam. That's it. And normally on higher keys, that's when you pop your defensive, obviously. So pretty nice, eh? I like. Alright, alright. Okay. Ain't nobody gonna get a cast off around here. And then I'll explain the next fight when we get to it. It's super simple too. My dumbass targeting a mob with no HP. I'm not good, trust me, trust me. Alright, so for this one, we're gonna basically kill the big guy, but then there's a phase where he spawns 3 ads. So there's 2 ads that cast a bolt, and then there's 2 other ads that cast channels. So 2 out of 3 cast a channel, and one of them cast a bolt. The bolt is a death. Basically, it's like a one shot. We have to kick it. But follow the boss. So follow me. Where Shadowbind is. We're gonna kill this ad. As soon as we kill the ad, we go to the next one. I just pinged it. Now we go to the last one, and we kick this death bolt right here because this is like a one shot on hierarchies, but it's a really slow cast. So somebody should be watching it while we kill the other 2. And then we meet up at this after the other 2 die. Nobody's gonna kick it. It's on you, and it's gonna hurt. Oh look. Okay, never mind. Now somebody's gonna get targeted. It might go. It might be you, and you kite it. So get ready to run away. All right, it's on you. Run away. Just kite it in the middle. Kite it in the middle. Because it leaves poop where it runs, and if you leave it on the edge when the ads spawn, you kind of like drop poop on them, you know? So you want to always keep it in the middle. And that's the fight, and it just resets. And it spawns the 3 ads again, and that's it. See?
Worthless gnat. Death is all that awaits you. Do not think that I shall permit you entry into my master's sanctum so easily. Pursue me if you dare.
So this is like a mini boss. This next little mob we're gonna fight, and he drops like a cryo circle under you, and it leaves a puddle. So you basically want to move to the edge of the wall, drop the puddle, and then run out. So I'm kiting, and you're gonna see what I mean. I'm gonna go pull him right now. All right, so run to the edge of the room or the wall, and then run. That's it. That's this fight. Now, for the next one, so you are worm minion. This one's a little bit more iffy because if you fuck up, it's gonna be bad. It's less forgiving on higher keys. On this level, it should be fine, but what's gonna happen is during the fight, you're gonna get targeted with an ability like this blue circle right here. Right? It's gonna look exactly like this effect that you just dropped on the wall. So you can get targeted with a blue circle, and there's gonna be piles of bones, but you want to drop the circle on the pile of bones that are lit up. So these pile of bones, some of them are going to have like a green line coming out of them. When you get that blue circle, you put it over the ones with the blue line or the green line. So you'll see what I mean. See? Now you see these green lines. So if you get targeted with it, or you don't right now, you're good. Because what happens is he does like a Army of the Dead kind of thing where he raises a bunch of ads, and every one that has a green line has a caster, and they do a lot of fucking damage. And if there's more than one caster, generally it's a wipe. So dodge. All right. All right, you're targeted. Run over one right here. There we go. Perfect. And then the one with the caster is going to be this last green one right here. And we're going to kick it when he summons the ads, and that's it. That's the fight. If somebody fucks up that mechanic, though, it's basically a wipe. It's super simple if you put it on a pile that doesn't glow. That's it. That's the fight.
Brave champions, we owe you our lives, our freedom. Though it be a tiny gesture in the face of this enormous debt, I pledge that from this day forth, all will know of your deeds and the blazing path of light you cut through the shadow of this dark citadel. This day will stand as a testament, not
All right. So the next one we're going to do is
not even the Lich King himself,
Academy.
when alliance and horde set aside their
If anybody in here wants to do Academy, let me know. I got a spot for a healer and one DPS. All right. Academy. I'm going to post it. If you guys want it, let me know. Healer and DPS spot open. Ooh, I listed as pit. Academy. There we go. Yeah. See? It's a super simple dungeon. I gotta go buy some potions. Give me 1 second. At least we're gonna use some petrified roots, huh? That's pretty fire.
My goods are one of a kind.
I'm in. Hey.
Treat my wares with
Mm-mm, mm-mm-mm. Let's get this guy in here. Mm-mm-mm, mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. How many petrified roots does shit cost to make stuff nowadays? Is it like one per cat or like craft or like you need like 10? Four per enchants I have? Oh, that's not that bad.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
Yeah, make that goal, girl.
Algathar
You
Academy.
should.
I am
Or they sell
delighted
pretty
you
good nowadays.
accepted our invitation. The school is a touch behind schedule, but I have heard wondrous things.
New students. How wonderful.
It has been quite some time since the
You
academy has
right,
opened.
my.
Come with us. It should only take a moment to set up for a new lesson.
These lashers must have grown wild while we were away. Please, if you could, clear them out while we realign the life magics of this place.
My. 20K off one? Damn. Holy shit. Yeah, I might need to have you hook me up with some enchants. Because 20K is fucking crazy. 20K is fucking nuts. Wait a second, how do I still have veteran level fucking two hands? Holy shit. Did I really not fucking get any champion track? Minion, where you're at? Wrong side, wrong side. There you go. Alright. You got blood decay? I need the rundown.
Wait,
Yeah, I do have a blood DK.
there is too
I
much
could
blood.
definitely help you out with it.
What are you doing?
Too busy banging out these keys though. Look at 208k damage on that pool. Ooh, shit was a juicy. Alright, for this, you want to stack on me, minion. And then when the AoE circles come out, we just rotate.
Countless new students.
Alright, AoE circle should be coming out soon. Get ready to stack. We normally move left. Alright, we kill these, AoE these down. Oh, no, 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 no. I was just saying that in general. I said it on accident. Stand in this, stand in this, stand in this. There we go. It dispels the bleed that you have on you, minion. That's it. Now stop, move, move, dodge your feet. Perfect.
Thank you so much for your help. Though, this all could have been avoided by someone not trying too hard.
So what do you need to run down on blood DK? Like what's the main point that you need to know? General rule of thumb is as long you need to make sure you have bone stacks, right? Bone stacks is basically what increases your armor. As long as you have more than one, you're not going to take insane damage. But if you ever hit zero, you're going to get hit really fucking hard because you're not going to have your armor buff. So generally, you have an ability called Death's Caress, right? It's like a ranged ability that you cast every 6 seconds. You only cast it on pull from range. Um, so yeah, okay. So yeah, maintain your bone stacks, right? I think it's called bone shield charges. You always want that up. Your main healing ability that you're always going to press is called Death Strike. So keybind that to like one of your most favorite buttons that you have. Death Strike is what heals you, right? So you normally have two resources. You have runic power, right? That's what you build through Heart Strike, and then you also have I forgot what they're called. Just runes in general. It's like you have six things of it. So like your Heart Strike always costs one, right? Your Morrowind costs two. So what you want to do is basically cycle through your Morrowind, because that's what generates your bone shields in melee. And then as soon as you have that up, you're going to press Heart Strike. Heart Strike is basically your damage dealer. And then you're going to Death Strike to not overcap on your runic power. And your Death Strike is normally about 35 runic power. Your Blood Boil is your AoE. You usually have two charges of it. You always want to use it. So if you have a charge up, use it. It's your main AoE ability. In big pools, you're going to press it all the time. It does something called Blood Plague, and it puts a dot on everybody that you hit it with, and that dot heals you. Yeah. I mean, generally you want to spam Death Strike on single target. As long as you have the runic power for it. That's your most damaging ability for single target. Now, when you get into like a big pack, you want to put your Death and Decay, which is like that red circle AoE that you have, on the floor, because your Heart Strike, right, is what generates you runic power, right? It costs you one charge, but that's your main runic power generation. And when you cleave, you have a talent. When you cleave your Heart Strike in your Death and Decay in your circle, you can hit multiple targets. So instead of if you hit a Heart Strike in your Death and Decay, what you actually do is you end up hitting like 2 to 3 targets with your Death and Decay, and you generate extra runic power. So not only are you hitting multiple people with your Heart Strike, but you're getting more runic power per charge. And that runic power is what you use to funnel your death strike. And then obviously you're cycling in blood boil between those. What time Australia are you running Mythic Plus? I hit 257, so I'm ready to keen farm and teach. My only goal is high mythics. So I don't know what time in Australia. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess we just pulled this. I'm assuming it's usually like, what time is it right there now? So I have an idea. I generally do have some friends that I play with. I do a lot of viewer runs though, so I will run with viewers. Obviously you're my friends list, so I'll run with you too. But generally, I do play with certain people though. Not all the time though, because they have very limited availability. 2 p.m. Okay, so generally I would be on. It's 11 o'clock now. I'll be on like around 8. So 3 hours. So I guess you could say 12 o'clock your time. That's normally when I hop on throughout the week. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can tell you're good at mechanics after a first raid and you only play with 2 months, so. What's your I know you went BDK temporarily, but what's class are you gonna play for Mythic Plus outside of Blood Death Knight? You're gonna stick with your class that you currently play with? We did the Delve on? Warlock, right? Normally you want to soak these minions, the orbs that come out, just like 1 or 2, because you get a stacking debuff. I forgot to mention that. So just do enough, but like, don't die. So yeah, two's the max that you kind of want to stack. So you have 2 right now. That was pretty good. Destro Warlock, I think I'll stick with Limited DK because I ran out of things to do. Fair. Listen, you'll never run out of things to do once the season actually starts. It's always something to do. Always something to do in this game, bro. All right, we play it. We play it. What a shitty positioning on that. Essential add-ons, in your opinion? Um, Essential add-ons. Yeah, there's a bit. I'm trying to think of them off the top of my head. For some reason, I'm having like a brain fart. I don't know why. I'll look at the ones I have after this dungeon and I'll tell you. So I would say big wigs for sure. Big wigs and little wigs, both, not just one. That's your boss timers, right? So call outs, mechanics, that kind of tells you what's coming ahead of time. Um, I personally like details. It's not essential. Now there's an in-game detail, so no need for that. Let me see what my add-ons are actually. Um, so yeah, big wigs, little wigs. Um, Mythic dungeon tools. You're gonna want that. That's your map for M plus, right? Plater, or people use Platinator, but that's only if you want to customize your nameplates. And when I say nameplates, that's like the nameplates of the enemies. Like the nameplates that I have now is from Plater, right? A lot of people like Platinator. And that's it. That's kind of the essentials. There's nothing else that's essential nowadays because Blizzard actually made it. Now, if you want shit like the UI that I have, it shows you the abilities, show you these procs, like clean it up, then yeah, you're gonna have to download a cooldown manager. I use AJ so that cooldown manager. Now UI has a really good one. If you want a really clean UI, use Now UI. Super clean, super good. Um, I use Kira's UI, but I use my Prime sub on Twitch to get it because it requires you. Why are my guys running? It requires you to sub to his Twitch. But now UI is free. You don't have to do any sub.
Oh dear. It seems the parameters I wove into my out-of-office spell were a bit extreme. Thank you for all your help in getting the school ready.
All right. Let me trade minion real quick. Oh. A city. Don't move, minion. I'm trading you. There you go. Oh wait, no, never mind. You can't even use it. It's a strength and agility. Never mind. You can have it anyway. I don't need it.
Honored to meet you.
All right. So next, uh, I think I'm gonna do VDH. I don't know. We'll go VDH real quick. What's my item level? 251 on monk. All right, let's do it. We're gonna do caverns next. The VDH that we're about to run is 239.
I will do my duty. Go carefully.
I need to get some stuff real quick.
Are you planning a purchase?
10. And then it's focused. Is this haste? Yeah, perfect. Let's go 100. Potential. Do 200. Potion. Oil. 100. There you go.
May my goods serve you well.
Just need a healer now. I just want to switch it up. I don't want to play the monk a little bit.
Save what light wood you can find and hit them back hard.
Did you have the raid cleared? On normal and heroic Chimera, yes. Normal Voidspire, yes. Let's see. No. Thank you for the rocks. It's been a little bit since I played Demon Hunter. Let's do it. It's gonna be exciting. There we go. Oh, come on.
He be the one bringing my people here. Keep out of his way for now.
Bro, what the fuck, bro? Well, at least I pulled this though, huh?
Who be stealing my kill? Who be letting Alazi's little I need to get closer. I don't have a target. What does my eagle spy with her shiny eyes? A trespasser, an interloper, but you won't take my prey from me. What is this, Necra? Fresh prey? Where the blood flow?
No, I tried. Leave it now. Thing about you, you know everything about me.
Cut them down, Necra. Defeat survive. You won't. Sit them, Necra. Float them in power.
I know I tried. Mm-mm-mm. If you get targeted by the bird minion, you just step in an ice trap. So you know.
Right on target. Necra, fly. Quick, Wavy Blood. You're gonna pay for that.
Nice. Oh, I don't need that.
And I
But I will
don't
take
know
the
why they
haste
came
and
here.
verse, that's for sure.
But why did Murojin bring them here? The kidnapping won't stop until we get to the root of the evil. Follow me. Not be natural. And the energy flowing into it.
Attack that target.
This is hex magic. Using the souls of the dead in powerful magic spells.
It's too far
I
away.
hope this is not why they brought my king here.
I run away.
It be worse than we thought. How many of my people died here?
I don't know why. Save your tears for another day.
What's she doing? She's rending the souls, twisting them, feeding them to dead monsters.
Your tears for another day.
You confront her, I gonna release all the souls I can find.
What's this? New souls for my experiments? Forfeit. This affliction hit hard.
Want to go, gotta go. Guys,
Poison your soul. The soul harvest continues. You're gonna be tormented from beyond the grave. Andakatas no Shada. Kezulo Namrakan.
Oh no no. Nowhere to go.
This affliction hit hard.
Demon Hunter's so fun, bro.
Let them suffer. Ma'ako, ma'ako, ka, shada. I gonna more souls for Ratul. You gonna be tormented from beyond the grave. Andakatara accomplished nothing. Ratul will still rise. There still be many angry souls. I will keep you safe and prevent from feeding the monster. But the monster be up to you. Be careful. He seems powerful.
What you want from me? Tell us what you need from me. Take what you want me. What you want is some. Nice.
We decree the dead and the
Oh, that was pretty good. Pretty
Is why we
good.
keep looking over our shoulders at the Vile branch. Come back with me. The chief be having a reward for you.
Yeah, I know. I forgot, like, you didn't do any dungeons. I stopped explaining. Uh, Oh, man. I think that might be it. I mean, thank you for coming. I'm gonna call it there. Of course. Mm. Oh, well, thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Maybe. We'll see. I gotta do that heroic wait, so adios.